Hello and welcome to Katie's Business Tips. Glad to be with you. In this video, we're talking about the main type of returns that need to be filed, particularly for business owners, starting with, of course, your tax returns. Corporate tax returns, personal tax returns. If you have a trust, there's trust tax returns. If you have a limited partnership, there's limited partnership returns, and so forth. Whatever your entity is and however you're structured, it's imperative to file those returns. And filing them on time particularly is important because there's penalties if you don't file. And a lot of people say, well, I don't know any money, so why am I going to file on time? Well, the penalty actually goes up as soon as you not filed once. The second time, the penalty goes higher. So if you don't file the first time because you didn't know money, you're like, well, I didn't know money, so I didn't file, not a big deal. No, it is a big deal because next time you're late and you do owe money, you have a double penalty usually. It's double the cost. So you want to make sure you try to file your returns on time. All tax returns, personal, corporate, limited partnership, trust, and so forth. Now also, if you have payroll, you must file your payroll remittance and make your payroll remittance on time. If you don't do that on time, you could get heavy penalization. The penalties for payroll are through the roof. They're one of the worst penalties you can get. So make sure you file the payroll on time. And same with GST filing. If you have GST, make sure you file your GST on time because at the end of the day, you don't want to pay the penalties. Even if you don't pay, there is a difference between penalty and interest. If, for example, on GST, if you file on time, you avoid the penalty, but if you don't pay on time, you might pay interest. But at least you avoided the penalty because the filing is what creates the penalty, whereas not paying is what creates the interest. And there's a difference between the two. So make sure to file these things on time. There's also the annual return for a corporation that should be filed regularly. Now that doesn't have a specific timeline a lot of times, but if you file it too late, you will be struck, especially when you get too behind. So it's very important to also file the annual return. So there's a lot of things to file and make sure when possible, file on time. Any questions? We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for being a part of Katie's Business Tips, and we'll see you in the next video.